Good morning, guys. I am so excited. Now you see Miss Laster is now in my lab coat. So that means it's time for science. And I'm so excited to share with you science class today. So come with me. We're going to walk through my kitchen to see what is happening with our seeds. So, you know how Miss Laster said that the beans might grow first? I was wrong. My hypothesis, that means my guess, was very wrong. So the beans, I saw the seed coat this morning in our bag, and saw this one, the seed coat is starting to bust open. So that means soon we will have something start to happen in the beans. But let's look at all the others. So if you'll look here at the lettuce plant, we have roots, but now I see some green stuff. So it's starting to actually get some leaves. There's lots of things happening in there with the lettuce plant. All right, but look at these radishes. So the radishes have their roots, their seeds, their seed coat is already starting to fall off. They have leaves, they have a stem starting out. Even though they're tiny babies still, they're growing big and strong. Remember, those roots are like the straw. It's sucking up all that water that we had put into the bag a few days ago. Remember, guys, it hasn't been very long, just a few days. All right, let's talk about the carrot. So the carrot also has started to grow. We have roots growing everywhere, and now we see some green stuff happening. Remember, plants grow their own food by that fancy word called photosynthesis, which doesn't mean like take a photo. It means that it's gonna grow its own food from the sun. So Miss Laster's kitchen is not super sunny, but I do have a window in my kitchen and I have a window in my living room. And so it's still getting sunshine in the kitchen so it can make its own food, kind of like its own grocery store. So let's look at the sunflower. Now our sunflower, he is getting all kinds of big and strong. See, this sunflower plant is just starting out. So his roots are starting to come out, but look at this guy. He's got very strong roots. He has very strong fat roots because sunflowers are very tall. So Miss Laster is not very tall, but sunflowers can grow much taller than Miss Laster. So they have to have strong roots that are gonna go way down in the ground. One, because their straw root system is gonna need lots of water. Also, because they have to grab onto the dirt. So when the wind blows, it won't blow them over. It has to have a strong root. It has to have a strong stem. Sunflowers are very strong plants. All right, oh my. Now let's talk about that corn. This is probably my favorite seed that we have in our bags, because here you can see all the roots. And this plant, look, we have the different root coming out here, and now we also can see in the corn plant how he is going to grow up and he's starting to turn green. This part is going to show you the stem of the plant, the root system of the plant, and he's going to grow up. Now, just like our sunflower, a corn plant grows very big. He's gonna grow very tall. So he needs fat roots too. So he can grab up lots of water in the soil, the dirt, but he's gonna have to grab onto that dirt so he doesn't fall over when the wind blows. So he's gonna be a strong plant too. All right, let's look at these very nice tomato plants. Do you see? We have our seed coat, and if Miss Laster touches it just a little bit, the seed coat actually could fall off. So we can see here that part of this is the root, and this is going to be where our stem pops out. This is a really, really cool plant. All right, now this is one of our flowers, and he has decided, there's only two of them. This is hard to see. I don't want to hurt him. So if you look here, he is just now, this one has taken a long time. So we can tell that vegetables grow fast, but flowers grow very slow. So he's starting just now to get out of his seed coat, and he's starting to find his root. So the root is gonna start coming out so he can drink his water. Tango the cat is very excited about science too. All right, so here's another one of our flower plants. This one is also taking a very long time to grow. So we can tell that vegetables grow first and then flowers take a long time. He's starting to do a few little things. You can tell at the very end, but this flower plant is going to take a long time. Let's look at our pumpkin. This pumpkin plant is my favorite because now we can see the roots. Can you see them, Selena? All right, look at these roots. So roots grow straight down. They're going to grow into the ground. But then, friends, they're going to have like hairs, kind of like on your head, where they're going to start rooting out. So they're going to have a main root, and then they're going to have roots that are going to start spreading out. A pumpkin plant is very, very strong, but it's a vine. So it's going to start spreading out, kind of like dancing through the pumpkin patch, because it's going to cause it to grow around, and then it's going to make lots more pumpkins. So a pumpkin plant also is very, very strong. So I really like this pumpkin plant because you can see how the roots, all of these other plants are going to do this too, but I like how you can see on the pumpkin plant, the roots, these are the root hairs. I love that. Saturday, so 2 days ago, Miss Laster started growing more seeds. I think I'm going to be the seed queen. And I started making some cucumbers. And in 2 days, look at my cucumbers, friends. They're starting to grow roots too. Now I have lots of seeds up here, but they're the only guys that have decided that they want to start growing yet. So for science today, we have had so much fun. I have one more thing that we have to do really fast. And that's we have to record our data. Data is super important. So, our corn plant. Remember, our corn plant has started growing big and strong. So, let's take our corn plant. We have our corn seed. And now what has happened? He is starting to grow big and strong. He is super smart, and he's going to start growing out of that seed pod. He is very smart. All right, let's go to our pumpkin. Remember that pumpkin? He had such strong roots. So let's draw our seed of our pumpkin. And what happened? We had part of him was coming out here like he has always done. He's going down now. But then remember, we had another part of him start growing up. He had the hairs coming off of his roots. So he had root hairs. This seed is growing very, very nicely. And then we have our bean. So our bean yesterday started his seed coat started to tear open. He's growing very slow. Miss Laster is not drawing these very nicely, but he is about the same. All right, friends, science has been so exciting today. So many things are happening to our seeds. I hope that you can grow seeds at your house. And I can't wait to see science tomorrow. And I don't know what's going to happen with all of our seeds, but I can't wait to find out. Friends, I will see you tomorrow on Science Time with Miss Laster. Bye.